Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to the PostCron webinar. Good afternoon. My name is Taylor Webster, and I'm the Community Manager at PostCron, which is an app used for scheduling posts on social media. I'm also a writer at the PostCron social media marketing blog. Here you can see some of our posts. For example, there's one that I wrote, 18 tips to improve your social media marketing strategies. So if you'd like to check that out later, feel free. Today's webinar is called Grow Your Direct Sales Profits with These Social Media Tricks, which will be presented by our very special guest, Karen Smyrl. Karen is an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails and 31 Gifts. She's a wife, mother of 2 small children, 2-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter. She's a homeschooling mom, cosmetologist, and business owner. She has over 15 years of experience in the beauty industry and 12 years as an administrative professional. She combines the best of both worlds in the direct sales market, and we're very excited to have her here today. A couple of things before we get started and hand it over to Karen. First of all, we will be happy to answer any questions that any of you have throughout the presentation. So if you take a peek over to your webinar panel, you'll see that there's a tab that says questions. So go ahead and type any questions that you have there, and I will be asking them to Karen at the end. Also, you can tweet us live at PostCron with the hashtags direct sales and hashtag PostCron webinar. If you have any questions, you can tweet us there, or if you want to tweet a favorite tip that you've learned from the webinar today, feel free to do so. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, at the very end, we have a special surprise for all of you participants. Our team here at PostCron is going to offer you a free 1-month subscription to PostCron. So make sure you stick around until the end, and we will go over how you can access your coupon for that. Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to Karen now, and just remember, if you have any questions, to type those in the question box, and we will answer them at the end. Karen, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, hi there.
Hey. All right, are we ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Okay, let me get this going here. Get my PowerPoint up. All right. There we go. Well, hello, everyone. Like Taylor said, my name is Karen Smyrl, and we are going to be talking about how you can grow your direct sales profits with these social media tips. And basically, what this is just an overview of the social media tools that I use in my direct sales business, and I'm going to tell you all about that in a little bit. First, I want to say thank you to Taylor for that wonderful introduction. It made me sound very important. And to Lucas and the entire PostCron team, just for giving me the opportunity to come and share what I love to do and some of the tools that make me successful doing that. And then I just want to say a big thank you to you guys as listeners. It's quite an honor to think that people want to come and hear what I do. So thank you, and I hope that you can take away a few things that will help you in your business tonight. My goal, as I share with you tonight, is to just, like I said, show you the tools that I use that really enable me to do what I love, because that's the big thing is we can do what we love, and sometimes it's hard, but when we're enabled to do it and do it successfully, that's when the magic happens. And so I like to say work smarter, not harder, and that's where my love of social media tools really comes from. Using tools like companies like PostCron offer us really help us to save time so that we as business owners can earn greater profits. So just a little bit about me. As Taylor mentioned, I am married to an amazing husband. My husband's name is Josh. There you see him. And I have 2 beautiful children. Katie Carolina is 4, and Elisha James will be 2 in October. So they keep me on my toes. Very, very busy. I'm also a Jamberry Nails Independent Consultant. And as of this month, actually, I joined the 31 family. So I'm so excited to take everything I've learned in Jamberry and begin to put that in with 31 as well. My experience in the direct sales industry began about 10 years ago with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I have over 10 years of experience in the administrative field as an office manager, executive secretary, administrative assistant, and basically everything in between that goes in that industry. And then I'm in a beauty industry as well. I've been a cosmetologist for 15 years. And so really, like Taylor mentioned, I have been able to combine the best of both worlds with my Jamberry business, taking a little bit of each one to help me get organized, and then my knowledge from the beauty industry to translate that to Jamberry. Not sure what Jamberry is? Well, let me tell you, Jamberry is a direct sales party plan business. Our feature products are vinyl nail wraps that come in over 350 different designs. They last for 2 weeks on your fingers and up to 6 weeks on your toes. I have an online store my customers order from, and they get their products shipped directly to them. Let's see, I'm going to try not to say sorry about that. It always happens. I'm a little nervous to start out, so I'm going to try to get rid of that. Let's see here. I have a downline of, there I'm a premier consultant, one rank away from being a team manager. I hope to be hitting that very soon. And I have a downline of 47 amazing ladies and an upline of great supporting people who, any question I have about my business, they really encourage me on how to achieve my dreams and achieve my goals. So I'm going to back up just a little bit. Okay, so the Jamberry business model consists of home parties, catalog parties, and social media parties via platforms such as Facebook in a group or event, Instagram, Google+, and Pinterest. All right, let's see, get my PowerPoint caught up here. There we go. All right, and Pinterest. So 99% of my business is conducted via social media, mainly Facebook, with one family car, 2 children, and limited options for babysitters. I really had to find a way to make my business work for me. Home parties were so hard for me to schedule and keep for just all kinds of different reasons. My husband's work schedule, just anything you can imagine would happen any night I had a party schedule. So I decided on pursuing the social media aspect of my business. And as I worked my warm market, I had as many as 4 party groups going at one time. With small children, church responsibilities where my husband was a pastor, and the overwhelming task of learning a new product and growing my business, I needed help bad. That's when I discovered information automation. Now, this is a service that automatically posts information at a scheduled time in a specific social media platform like Facebook. So, for example, you have information about your product. You want it to appear at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is a service that allows you to be able to go in and set that up so you don't have to be on your computer at that time putting that information in. So my company provided us with a service that allowed us to do this. I was so excited, and as I began to just check it out and use it, I discovered that it was a fairly new company, and so the platform was unstable. Because let me tell you, when Jamberry gets excited about something, we overwhelm in a minute. So they were having trouble kind of keeping up with the volume of users that were flocking to their site. And thankfully, they've updated that, and they're back in business. But at that time, I needed something else. So I reviewed several different services that provided information automation, and I settled on postcron.com. In my opinion, they stood out above everybody else because of one thing, their bulk upload feature. This one feature allowed me to not only schedule an entire 10-day party with up to 18 posts per day per party, but I could do it automatically at once using a spreadsheet that I could then use again. And you talk about needing time saving, that did it for me. So when I run social media parties, my goal is to make it as close to a home party experience as possible. While we all love the fun of girl time and getting together, you sometimes have girls that can't make it, or they live out of town. And so that's why social media is a great platform to do this on. I think about one of my girls in my downline, she reconnected with a girl from high school just because she joined Jamberry and started hosting Facebook parties. So, I mean, it's a great option to use. However, running a direct sales party on social media can be challenging because we're not face-to-face with our guests. So we have to work extra hard to keep that personal connection going. And that's another reason I love services like PostCron, because you post information about your product, and that allows you the freedom to really focus on your guests. You can answer their questions. You can post, hey, I thought about this when I saw you as I've been getting to know you. Just really be able to focus on them, which is what our business as direct sales consultants is all about, our customers. So there are many different approaches to sharing the information we post in these parties. The most important thing I tell people is to personalize it to you. I mean, you don't want to just copy what somebody else came up with and post that in your party and then call it your own. You really want to tailor it so that it really sounds like something you would say. There's my format for information sharing about my product is very simple. I do 4 posts per day. All right, and I'm going to break it down for you. Here's some examples from one of my days where I focus our Jamberry Junior products, which are perfect for little fingers and little toes. All right, so here's what I call my general information post. This would be the first post of the day. You can see the text there. Jamberry Juniors are perfect for the little girl in your life. No dry time and size just right for little fingers. These are a sure way to spend quality time with the little lady in your life. And then this is a collage of photos that I created using one of my desktop apps, but there's some other web apps that you can use that make great collages. PostCron, at this point, we can only post 1 image at a time, and so use your collage makers. I think PicMonkey is a great one that a lot of Jamberry girls use, and I use Photor on my desktop to create my collages. Okay, so I have general information posts. Then I have an application, instruction, or product post, and that looks like this. This is a post that is just specifically for applying juniors to those little fingers because it is a little bit different than our regular application instructions. My third post of the day would be a featured product. And this day I chose to highlight our cuticle oil in the 2 different sizes that it comes in. And so this just really any product you wanna highlight would be the third category. And then the fourth category is a fun meme or graphic. And this one is obviously junior, so it has to be a little girl. And she says, what, you think all this beauty comes naturally? Whatever. And then that's a fun way to end the night. So somebody asked me the other day, how do I choose what time of day that I post? And why did I choose four times? I just think before I got into Jamberry, I would check Facebook in the morning, I would check Facebook at lunchtime, I would check kind of around or after supper time, and then a little bit before bed, before I went to bed. So those are the times that I set my information posts. They're kind of when people I think are going to be popping into Facebook just to see what's going on. So when you're creating your script with info to share, your goal is to highlight some of the products that you have, not share in detail every product. You can tailor this to, or you want to choose your products based on your audience or the party theme that you're having. So you can choose that if it's a holiday, choose posts and wording that go along with that. If you're doing a fundraiser, make sure you highlight what the money being raised is going for. And then always keep in mind your hostess, her friends, and their interests, the things they like, which you will have found out when you do your hostess coaching. So no party is complete without games, all right? We are going to talk about games for a minute. Now, I choose a separate script for my games because, again, I like to personalize my games for my party guests. Something to remember, I choose to do no more than 10 game posts per day in a party, and you'll see what I mean in a minute with that, because if you already have 4 posts going and then you add another 10 posts, that's a lot of posting going on. So make sure that you're just aware. Sometimes it can be a little much. So here are some of the games that I do. I combine several different types during the course of a party, and they all have a specific purpose. So the first one that I do is guess how many, any kind of a guessing game that really gets them involved. This is low-key, Doesn't require you to do anything except for guess how much of whatever's in the jar or hat or line or whatever you decide to do. These are great for customizing to seasons or special holidays, whatever's going on. Then they would just comment in the comments what they think the guest is, and then you can choose to do party prizes however you want, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute as well. So the next thing is search my website games, and here's an example of one that I do every party game, and it's called Name the Disney Character. This is the post I would put in, the information. Can you name the Disney character this look is inspired by? You get extra points for naming the wrap design in the photo. Find them at, and then my website is listed there. So they get a point if they can name, obviously this is Snow White here, and then if they were able to post the names of the wrap, they would earn extra entries for the giveaway. The next category is a get to know you game. What is your dream vacation? Again, just a low-key game, doesn't require a lot of participation from your website. A great way to draw in those people who are lurking and not really participating. They can answer with something like this. And then the last but not least is bingo, and we do it Jamberry style here. Sorry, I kind of skipped over that point on the PowerPoint there, but this is the board that I would post as a photo in the group, and I would say, come join us on Tuesday night at 8 p.m., pick 5 numbers and post them in the comments below. Then on Tuesday at 8, come back here and I will start posting numbers. The first person to get their 5 numbers called in any order wins bingo. And let me tell you, you should be doing bingo no matter what company you are with. You have to always include this game in your social media parties, and here's why. I get at least 1 to 3 party bookings from every bingo game that I'm in. Even if it's a low sales party, everybody loves bingo. They want to win something, and then they want to play bingo again. So that's a great recruiting tool for hostesses, and it's also a great recruiting tool for potential team members because I actually joined Jamberry after I was a winner in bingo. I tell people that's why I really joined Jamberry, because I just love to get paid to play bingo. Anyway, and then last but not least, I use this as my live 30-minute party to answer questions and engage my guests. And so this is where I really can focus on them, and they can ask me questions and I can answer them. And also, the big thing about this as well is they see your top products, but then they also actually have to pick 5 numbers, and you can translate that into a wish list as you're trying to engage them about purchasing. You know what they like. You've seen it because of bingo. So now let's take a minute to talk about party prizes. We all know the fun of being a party is what you come away with. And I offer a party door prize if sales reach $150. I'll give away a sheet of wrap. You don't have to do this. It can be anything, really. It's like accent sheets for Jamberry, nail files, Nourish packets of our hand lotion, but really it can be anything inexpensive that will be fun for your guests to feel like they won something. And again, just a reminder, remember you don't want to overwhelm your guests and have them report your photos. I play the guessing games probably 2 or 3 times during the duration of the party so that they're not overwhelmed with 10 posts, 14 posts every day. If you want to learn more about what I do and how I do my games, I actually wrote an article on the blog. Oh, I forgot this. This is important too. PostCron actually has limits on how many posts that we can put up in a day. And it's frustrating sometimes because you have what you want to share, but really it's to keep us safe out of places like Facebook jail and our information from being reported. So if you want to see more details about that, you can go to the PostCron blog, and I actually have an article there that goes into a little bit more detail. Another use I use the bulk uploader for, which we're going to talk about in just a second, is for my Facebook business page. If you don't have a Facebook business page, you need to get one. Your personal page and your profile there is all about you. And while you can share how you use your product, it's not really a place to sell or market your business. That's what your Facebook business page is for. So when I'm choosing information to put on my business page, I use 2 different formats. One is I use my Facebook party script, and then I just post 1 post from that each day. I schedule that in. And then the second one is what we call the 911 format. It's 9 marketing posts, 1 promotional post, and one personal or casual post, so that your page is not overwhelmed with just buy this, buy this, buy this. It really engages your followers to want to come back and see what's going on. Here's how I translate each one of these to something that you can post about in a topic. So day 1 would be a post from a friend's non-competitive business page. Day 2 would be a nail article of some kind. Day 3, travel destination tips or savings. Day 4, a game, question, graphic of some kind to get your followers involved. Day 5, an article about pampering yourself. Day 6, an inspirational story of someone doing something good. Day 7, some sort of collage about my product. Day 8, something food related, because we all love food, right? And chocolate makes it even better. Day 9, a fashion style guide article, because I know how to be on trend with my nails and I need help with other things. And then day 10, healthy lifestyle habits, because we all need that for sure. Day 11, our featured product of the week. All right, so again, I wrote an entire article on this on the PostCron website, and I actually have this going right now on my Facebook page for my business. So at the end, I'll have a link for that, so you can like my page and see how this works. Okay, moving on. Other places that you can use scripts are your VIP Facebook customer group for your business, where you share your specials. You can create a script for that. You can use it if you're a team manager, as long as you're an admin of your group and it's your team. You can create a script, so you don't have to remember to go in and post again each day. It's about saving time. You can also use a script as in your follow-up parties, when you post in your old closed parties about new catalogs and different things coming out. It's a great tool to be able to not have to do that individually. All right, now it is time to jump into my favorite part, which is the bulk upload feature. I'm not ashamed to say that was the #1 selling point for me when I chose PostCron, because I no longer have to individually post up to 14 times per day in a 10-day party. I have more time to interact with the guests, and really that translates to not having to post that much, translates into more time for my family, which is my why I joined a direct sales company to start with. So this PostCron feature allows you to create a CSV spreadsheet in this format. You have your post text, the year, the month, the day, the hour, and the minute you want it to post. Then you have an image link and a website link. It sounds confusing, but it looks like this. When you have it all laid out on your spreadsheet, in column A you have your text, B, C, D, E, and F are your date and time you want it to post. Column G is your image link file, and column H is if you have a video that you want to show or a link to your website you want a preview to show up. That's what goes in column H. All right, so after I create my spreadsheet, I log into the postcron.com dashboard. All right, and then you're going to click on your personal profile to deselect it. And I like to show this again. Click on your personal profile to unselect it. We have all accidentally posted our entire party script to our personal page at least once and then been like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So that is from the very beginning. Make sure you get in the habit of unchecking that box, or your Facebook page will be loaded with your party post. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add your page, group, or event that you want to post in, and you do that by going to your dashboard and clicking on the appropriate platform that you want to use. When you do that, it's going to show you a screen, and it's going to ask you to select which party event you would like to choose. So you just scroll up and down and then click on the one you want. A little green check mark will appear in the corner, and you click, I'm ready to go back to the dashboard. All right, so that's going to take you back to the dashboard. And then you're going to click Upload Lots of Posts at Once, which is down on the right-hand side, okay? You click that, and then you're going to choose your file, then click Select File and Review. So this is where you choose the file from your computer, and then it's going to upload it to the PostCron program. It's going to give you a preview of everything that you have just loaded from that spreadsheet. You want to make sure that you check, again, your date, check your text, and then in the far right-hand corner, it gives you a little preview of the image to go with it. So take the time, read through it, make sure your spelling's correct all at once, and the pictures match, and then you're going to click confirm. And then your post at the appropriate time will show up in Facebook and look like this. You'll know that it is posted by PostCron because right underneath your name, next to the date, it will say PostCron. All right. So this is, again, I can't say enough about that, just an invaluable time-saving tool, especially if you have multiple parties going on that you need to keep up with. But there's some other tools that I love that help me keep up and manage my business. So I love the Facebook business page because it's really like a customizable website that you can drive traffic to with links and get views, and that translates to more likes on your page. And I just cannot live without being able to add custom tabs to my Facebook page. And this has been just huge in growing my audience on my Facebook page. I think right now I'm at 160, and I started out with 25. But when I started using the customized business tabs, it's continually grown as I drive traffic to that page. So my company actually provides us with a tool called Grow Social that does this as part of our just being a Jamberry consultant. But PostCron has a tool, a sister site called socialtools.me, and that has an option to be able to do this for your Facebook page as well, your business page as well. Using this feature allows you to add tabs like request a sample, shop my catalog, request a catalog, book a party, and request a fundraiser. When people fill out this form and click submit, the information is actually saved to a spreadsheet which you can download and use however you need. Personally, I take the link for each page, I copy it, and then I use it actually in my party script. One of the probably the most popular tabs that I have on my business page is Get Your Free Jamberry Sample. When I book a party, I'll give this link to my hostess to put on her personal page and send out with her invite before the party starts. And this is so time-saving for your hostesses because it eliminates the need for you to say, hey, get me these addresses and message me, and then I'll mail them out. You have the name of the person who wants the sample, and then that enables you to follow up because you've captured their information. So it's a great way to make sure your product is in their hands before it starts, and then you have that information for follow-up as well. I also use this when I'm collecting information about party prizes. I will post this link and say, hey, so-and-so, you've won. Click this link, fill out the form, and choose your prize. And then I'll get it in the mail to you at the end of the party. And again, that's more follow-up, a potential hostess, somebody that you can send a new catalog to, just more leads for more potential parties. Another option I give my hostesses for parties is what's called a live platform, where it's called Meet.fm, and you can use it for the 30-minute party platform, playing live party games like bingo. When I was actually in Facebook jail, I did a party over Meet.fm because I couldn't log into my Facebook account, and I still had to run my business. So it's a great option. You can also use it for training with your team because you can send them a link, they log in, much like we're doing here on this platform. Recordings can be saved, and the link can be shared later. So it's a great option for doing that. Okay, I think that's about all I have. Just kind of wrap up here. I know it was fast. Thanks for hanging in there. I wanted to say, though, as we say in the world, Jamberry world, rather, wrapping up, remember your why. If you're here, that means you're looking for ways to work smarter, not harder. And if you're like me, you get overwhelmed. Don't give up. There are tools that help you be successful. The possibilities are endless for the tools to be able to run your business and still take care of your family and the other responsibilities that you have. So if it's not working right now, find a way to make it work, and don't give up. So if you want to get in touch with me, here are here are all my social accounts that you can connect with. Really, the easiest is just go to my Jamberry website there at the bottom and click connect with me on social media, and then it will take you right to that platform. So if you want to see PostCon in action, I actually have a Jamberry Facebook party that starts today. So there's the address. You can just search on Facebook, KS Jams Going, Going, Gone, or you can email me or get in touch with me another way, and I'll make sure you get an invite there. And the script is already posted, the pre-party posts are in, and it's going to be lots of fun. So I hope that you come and join us. And just finally, thanks to Taylor and Lucas and Matt, everyone at PostCon for working with me and just allowing me the opportunity to come and share with you guys. So Taylor, I think that's all I have.
Okay, thank you so much, Karen. Let's get right into those questions. We have a couple. Our first question is from Amy, and she asked what the name of the photo collage site that you use was.
Okay, so there's a couple. I've used PicMonkey.com, which is an online program, and then I actually have a Windows Media or a Windows 8 computer about to be 10, and there's an app called Photor, F-O-T-O-R, and that lets me do it right from my desktop.
Okay, great. And our next question comes from Lauren, and she asked about how do you make a CSV file?
Great question. So if you have a computer, you can make a CSV file. If you have Excel on a PC, I think it's Numbers on a Mac, or you can log into Google Docs, and you want to use a spreadsheet. And that is basically the picture that you saw where you have different columns and different rows to put your information in. You would type all your information into that spreadsheet, and then when you're saving it, there's actually an option to save as a .csv file, which is what you need for PostCon.
Okay, thanks. Okay, our next question is from Jana, and she says so you say that you post 4 posts a day, and how long are your parties?
Okay, I'm sorry, repeat that again.
That you post 4 posts a day, and how long are your parties?
My parties that I have run since I started have been the 10-day party format. Really, it's up to you. I know some people do a 30-minute party, which is just one day. There's 1-day parties, there's 3-day parties, there's 7-day parties. I just have always had the best luck with the 10-day party, following the format that I gave tonight. So I do pretty much stick to 10-day parties.
Okay, great. Our next question is, can I upload the same file to more than one party and at the same time? And how do I do that?
Yes, that is a great question. You can upload the same script at the same time to more than one party. However, I never do that because when you're uploading to a platform like Facebook, if they see that you have the same text being posted at the same time in several places and it's exactly the same, they're going to think that you're a spammer. And so I use the same script, but I customize it to my hostess's name. And then I usually set, like if I have 3 parties or even just 2 parties, I'll set them to post at 30-minute or 15-minute increments. So it's not the same post text going up in a short amount of time because we want to avoid being flagged by Facebook as spammers.
Great, thank you. Our next question is, when you talked about the 911 and your post for the day, how do you choose your topics that are non-promotional?
It's really random. In our training that we had through Jamberry, they just gave some examples, but I just like to think, okay, what are people interested about? What would I read an article on? If it wasn't related to my business, what's something that I would want to know that would help me in my life or manage my home or my health or my food menus or any kind of health topic, I guess, is what I use when I try to come up with things to post. That's just the script with the 911 format is actually something that I just learned about not long ago, and so I'm still kind of figuring out that as well. But that's why I meant to say too, there's actually a handout on your webinar screen that I put together, and it's a screen of every slide that I put up, so you can print that out and have those topics that I put in there.
Perfect. And then just to add also PostCron, we also offer a feature that is the content recommender, which allows you to put in the topics that you're interested in and different influences from your industry. And that will actually suggest to you different blog posts or articles that you could then share with your party guests.
Great. So and isn't that, Taylor, isn't that on the bottom of the PostCron screen when you're adding posts? Okay.
And when you're on your dashboard, you just scroll down to the bottom, and there you can see the content recommender.
Perfect.
Okay, our next question is from Elisa, and she asks if you can post videos using PostCron.
If you can post videos using PostCron, you absolutely can. When you're creating the spreadsheet, you can put an image file in the G column, and in the H column, you put your video link or your website link. So your video has to be hosted somewhere like YouTube or at a place that you can share a link for. But you absolutely can share those videos, and it will actually give the video preview, not just a link to the video, but it puts up the preview for that video.
Okay, perfect. All right, our next question is how big should the game prizes be?
How big should the game prizes be? You know, I don't make them big because I want to actually make money at my business. So bingo is my big thing where I give away a sheet of wraps, and that's $15 plus the envelope plus postage. Everything else, you know, I would limit it to less than $1 really, or a couple of dollars, and think about things that are easy to mail to people. That's why I do accent sheets of our nails and a nail file or something that, you know, is not a big expense to me, but makes them excited. And really, it can be anything that can fit in an envelope that you can mail for the price of a stamp.
Okay, perfect. And then our last question is from Caitlin, and she said that the link for your party isn't working. At least
okay, let me check it real quick, and I'm going to give the screen back to